We're going to talk about respiratory steams. So you are going to use a pot or a bowl to do your steam. You're going to boil water in your pot or in an electric kettle or in a kettle on your stove, and you're going to pour water into a bowl or keep it in the pot, place it on your table, put a towel over your head, and create a tent, and you're going to breathe in the steam. That's the basis of a respiratory steam. Steams are great for the respiratory system because you're breathing them in. So it's getting into your sinus cavity and down into your lungs. And so when you couple that with antimicrobial herbs or oils, you're going to help combat viruses and bacteria and infections within the respiratory system. So you can do it with herbs, which I recommend for all ages, or essential oils. And a very small amount of essential oil is used for the pot. So it doesn't really matter how much water you boil. I would say, at least fill your container this deep, 4 inches deep, because you want it to stay hot long enough to last at least 10 minutes. So if you're going to use the essential oil, you're only going to put 1 drop, maximum 2 in there, and breathe it in. You could always create like a little escape when you're doing your steam, if you're having, if it's overwhelming or if it's difficult to breathe it in because it's strong. Don't torture yourself. Open it up a little, give yourself a break. And when you do the herbs, you're going to do about a 1/4 cup or a handful. Just throw it in. It doesn't have to be precise. And that's what's great about using herbal stuff for steams. When you're using herbs, it doesn't have to be precise. So you're going to put your towel over your head and breathe in for at least 10 minutes. You're going to want to breathe in through your nose, out of your mouth, and then do in through your mouth and out of your nose. Have a tissue ready because you will probably start loosening up the mucus in there and you're going to want to blow it out. And if you don't get any sweat or snot into your bowl, you could take that bowl of herb and drink it, or I use it for a foot soak afterwards. It's very relaxing. This is safe for children as well. You just don't want them to touch the hot pot. So you can do it with them. If they don't want to sit with the towel over their head at a table, you can stand at the counter and do it. If it's more comfortable to stand and do it over a counter, or if you have a plastic table, you can create like a little tent with the table and put the pot under the table and get under there with your child and breathe in the steam there. You could also use the oils. You could throw a few drops in your shower if you don't want to sit over the bowl, but I highly recommend you do herbal steams when you're feeling congestion and pressure and irritation in your lungs and in your sinuses. This is a wonderful way to help get relief. You can do it every day. If you feel like your sinuses are starting to dry out, because some people get dry when they get sick, you can just use water, because antimicrobial herbs, most of them are drying and they're going to dry up mucus, but sometimes they can be a little too drying when they're used every single day. So you can either do it with chamomile or just do it with water.